Hey planting people, my name's Kanisha, also known as Niche. Welcome to Nisha's Plants. Okay, so I thought we'd kickstart my channel with my top 10 wishlist plants. They are aroids, however I do have a full wish list of 30 plants, so if you'd like to see the remaining 20, comment below. Okay, so let's get started. I'll start at number 10 and then make my way up to number 1. Just so you know, number 10 doesn't mean that it's my least favourite or well, I guess it is kind of the least favourite, but I don't want to say the least favourite because it still has a special place in my heart. It's just those higher up on the list kind of make my heart flutter. So, yeah. So plant number 10. Plant number 10 is velvety. It's heart-shaped, a lot of them are. It has very strong veins, bright veins on the leaves, and it is the Philodendron gloriosum. So this plant I saw, I'd say about a year ago, and I saw it on Kaylee Ellen's YouTube video, and I saw it and I was just like, this plant is beautiful, it's amazing. And I just thought the way it grows, it kind of just does in its own way, and I just thought, gotta have it, literally have to have it. And I've come close to purchasing it and I've missed out on online purchase, and I've just been like, ah! But it's on its way. I know. Wait, I got some news for you at the end. So number 10 is the Philodendron gloriosum. Just beautiful, striking. It's kind of it's simple yet striking. Nothing else to say. Number 9 is there's a little story to go with this. It's the Philodendron Florida Ghost. Also saw this on Kaylee Ellen's YouTube video, and I've been hunting it down for the last 8 months to a year. There's times when I thought I came close to purchasing it. There was a nice little cute shop in London that I went into, thought it was the Florida Ghost. There was 2 plants in one. Bought it, and they thought it was a Florida Ghost, and I realised it wasn't. The leaves didn't come in cream or white, they came in mint, and continued like that until this day. So I have a Philodendron Florida Mint, which is beautiful, and I do love it. The second plant in that pot was actually a Pedatum, which also I love. I've propagated, so I'm probably going to sell the mother plant, to be honest, because it's a good size, and as I've cut it, it's got 3 new shoots now, and I've got another one which again has a new shoot, so I've got 2 to sell. Anyway, so the Florida Ghost has been on my wish list forever. It's beautiful. It's like just a statement piece. You just look at it and you're intrigued because you think, wait, the leaves come in cream to white, then they go like a lime green, then a deep green. It just takes you on a journey, and I've wanted it for so long, and I'm going to get it. I will. It's almost like, I guess, a wish list. It's a wish, and it's like a dream. It's like, will it ever come true? Because I've been wanting it for so long, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So number 8. Now, at number 8, I came across probably about 3 months ago, and I saw this plant, and I was just like, it's beautiful. I just want to hug it. And I say that because when I look at it, I just think it's so
pillowy. It's like, oh, I want to squeeze you and just hug you and just hold you and just love you.
It's heart-shaped. It's not glossy, but it's not matte. It's kind of in between. It's got a bit of a sheen to it. It's veins. It's got deep veins as well as veins in the forefront, and I guess that's why it's kind of got that pillowy effect. Now, it is the Philodendron McDowell. Love this plant. I know a lot of people get confused between the McDowell and the Pastazanum because they are very similar. From my understanding and research, and correct me if I'm wrong below in the comments, let's have a convo, more knowledge the better, is that the Philodendron McDowell is the Pastazanum and the gloriosum hybridized, which makes the McDowell. So I believe when you get a new leaf on the McDowell, the new leaf reflects the gloriosum in the sense that sometimes you get the pink hue at the top where the petiole meets the leaf. Okay, so plant number 7. Plant number 7 is a hybrid. Now, it's a hybrid between a Anthurium forgetii and Anthurium Dressleri. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly. Sorry if I'm not. This plant, as you can see, is beautiful. It's the color, the tone, the shimmer. I saw this plant, I was just like, I want that plant. What is this plant? I literally started researching straight away, because when I realized it was a forgetii, the forgetii is nice, but again, it's not something that I've been like, oh my gosh, I really want to have it. But when I saw this plant, I was just like, that's a must in my collection, as a must. So literally, if you know anybody that has this plant, please message me, hit me up in the comments below or on Instagram. Like, it's amazing, and I just thought I can't, if I was to see it, I can't pass it up, because to me it's that great. Now, number six is the Philodendron Majestic. It is majestic. Again, it's got the shimmer, the colors. It's just beautiful, and it's a hybrid between the Philodendron Sodoroi and Philodendron verrucosum. Now, I first saw this plant on Inquisitive Green's YouTube page, and she was just doing a tour of her indoor greenhouse and was air layering this plant, and I was just like, this plant is amazing. Like, literally, I've never seen anything like it before, and just thought it's something that I have to have. You could put it in a corner and literally people would walk in and just be like, wow, what is that? Literally what I did. So that is why it's on my list. Number five. Now, number five, it kind of changes things up a little bit. It's still heart-shaped. It's got a kind of pebbled leaf, somewhat embossed, got a bit of a gloss to it, and that is the Anthurium splendidum. Look at it. Just full of splendor. It's beautiful, it's cute. I know this is obviously a small plant, but it's a juvenile plant. It's just lovely, and I know people can say it can be quite finicky because of the humidity that needs to be quite high in regards, and the temperature, and it, you know, you want to make sure the substrate is aerated and like free draining, so it doesn't hold too much water. I get all of that, but I saw it and I was just like, I've never seen something like that before. I want that in my collection, and I'm prepared to just do all the research needed to provide it with the best environment so that it can flourish, because I want that plant. It's lovely, it's beautiful, it's different, it stands in its own, or just stands on its own, and it's in its own category, literally. It's lovely, and I want it. So, number four. Now, number four I saw last year, towards the end of last year, and this was the first time that I'd seen this plant. I'd seen it on Plant Me Ashley's YouTube page, and when I saw it, I was like, wow, look how it grows. It's different, it's almost pendant-like, also striking shimmery veins, dark green foliage, and that is the Anthurium warracoenum, also known as the Queen Anthurium. And I saw it, and one thing that really got me, which I love about this plant, was the fact that in the plant it just kind of hung. It was just like, in all its authority, this is me and this is my space. And I really liked it. And again, obviously it needs it needs high humidity, and very particular in regards to temperature and how you water it. But again, it's understanding its care needs and trying to replicate that as you would with any plant that's from the tropics, whether that's Ecuador, Peru, South America, the Caribbean. You want to be able to replicate its environment to give it the best chance and for it to be happy and just to grow and to flourish, and I'm prepared to do that. And I saw this plant and was like, I want that plant. I really do. So it's on my list, and yeah, I'm excited to own it. I am. And so now I'll move to number three. Number three, I would probably say, is the Anthurium that really got me into Anthuriums. I saw it a month ago, and before that, I guess I'd seen the Clarinervium, but yeah, sorry for those of you that are really into Clarinerviums or like them or has one. It didn't grab me, and I was like, it's nice, but you know, nothing I feel like I want to have or need to have. But this plant, as soon as I saw it, it kind of caused me to look at other Anthuriums and be like, oh my gosh, what's this type and what's this type? And it really got me into it, and that is the Anthurium regale or regale. And as you can see, it's royal. It it just, again, it's a plant that commands the room. It owns the space that it's in. It's on its stem and it's just like, here I am. And it's heart-shaped and it's velvety and it's got striking veinage. It's beautiful, and I know they're expensive, I know, but I do want this plant. And yeah, it just kind of opened up the door to anthuriums for me, and I just started researching other types. And even though the Warocrinum did do that, but at that point in time, the Warocrinum, even though it was an anthurium, is the only anthurium I wanted. Literally, I hadn't seen anything else that made me think, oh, I really want this. It was the Warocrinum, and I was happy with that. And I was like, if I'm to get an anthurium, that's it. But then when I saw the Regal, I was like, oh wow. I was like, and they're so different if you look at them. I was just like, they're in the anthurium family, but they're very different. What else is out there? We dived in, and here we are. So that leaves me number 2 and number 1. Number 2 is the most expensive plant on my wish list, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know if I would actually ever get it. Not that I wouldn't get the plant if I could. It's just, it's on my wish list, but it's kind of almost on my hope list as well, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the Monstera Adansonii variegata. Beautiful, peaceful, precious plant. Okay, so my number 1 wish list plant. It has orange stems. Original form has only green foliage. Now, for those of you that are very knowledgeable of plants, you'll know what plant it is. For those of you that don't, keep listening. And it's beautiful. It's lovely. Let me just say what it is. It is the Philodendron Billetii variegata. Look at it. I know Billetii is like Billetii. I'm not going to try. I've got it wrong already. But you understand what plant it is. It's gorgeous. The orange stems are striking. The foliage is just another thing. The variegation, as you know, variegation isn't the same. But with this plant, you could get a half moon, which is half variegation, half green leaf, or you could get variegation that's mottled, variegation that's speckled, variegation that's just got like a patch. And this is one thing that I love about this plant, though I don't have it yet. It's like every leaf is different, and every leaf is like, oh, got a surprise for you. What am I going to bring you next? And it's a statement plant. It says, display me. Like, look at it. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And when I saw this plant a year ago, I just knew. At first I was like, is this plant real? Because, you know, some people do some crazy things, but it is. So I was like, yeah, definitely. I want that plant. And I know it's expensive, and I'll need to save for it and just be like, I'm not going to buy anything else but this. So if you know anyone that has the plant, please do let me know. Put down their Insta or their website or their YouTube details below, because it's number 1 for me. It's lovely. If you have any of these plants, do share your tips or care tricks and put them in the comments below. I think it's great that we can share our knowledge with each other so that we can all better take care of the plants that we do have and just see them flourish. If you're still here with me, thank you. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, especially as it's my first video. If you liked it or was just entertaining or made you smile or was somewhat informative, please do like below. If you like to keep up to date with my planting content, then do subscribe, because you've got a lot more videos to come. If you have any videos that you would really like to see, then throw it in the comments below and be like, Nish, could you do this? To give you a bit of intel before we go, I've ordered some plants from Indonesia. I know. And they're currently in the UK. They're just in customs, but anyway. And they are my wishlist plants, or some of my wishlist plants, because obviously this is the top 10. There's another 20, and it's a small selection. But if you'd like me to do a live unboxing, then throw in the comments below and just be like, unboxing, and you can unbox those plants with me. We can see what condition they're in, how big the foliage is, and just see how they're keeping. But thank you. If you liked, like. If you want to keep up to date, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.